Welcome back to my channel, guys. Time for another anime first impression video. This is gonna be on gals can't be. Oh gosh, let me get the right name. Gals can't be kind to an otaku. I'm excited to see this one, and I'm recording on my computer. So let's do the intro. Honestly, it's been a long time since I've played the intro, even to myself. So it's kind of cool to see it again. Lighting sucks, camera sucks. I get it, guys. I'm gonna try to get a better webcam for myself. I do have one in sight, but I want to record some videos because I've watched like seven or eight, six, seven animes. Kidding. That I need to watch, or that I watched already that I need to record. Sorry, on top of other series that I'm going to start watching again today. So I just haven't had time to sit down and record. So before my school starts, I came in early to record maybe one or two videos to get them out as fast as possible. Okay, this is gonna be on Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku. Now, before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can follow me on social media by checking the description below. There is quite a bit of stuff that I've already released for this spring 2026 season. So if you want to watch some of those videos, I think there's about 9 videos already released. So go watch those videos. That way you know what's airing, stuff like that. I don't really take a, a certain a certain way of what I watch and what I review. I just try to click something and watch it and then review it. So there's a little bit of everything already, from mecha to romance to action to you name it. So go check them out. Okay, let's talk about Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku. So, this one reminds me a lot of another series releasing this season called I Made Friends with the Second Prettiest Girl in My Class. And maybe I'll make a different video where I compare them both and how they're similar and how they're different. But it very much kind of the same thing. You have like a loner student who is approached by a very popular pretty girl, and they become essentially complete opposites but also friends. So um, this plot itself follows Takuya, um, and Takuya is basically a fan of an anime that is targeted for like younger girls. I want to say like preteens, 9 to 13. That's kind of like the girls that it's targeted for, and he's a huge fan of it. Like, he buys collectibles, he buys um, items like erasers and stuff like stuff for his desk. But also at home, he has stuff that's very very specific from the anime. It's a very like niche anime as well. So he really keeps all that interest to himself because he knows that if it comes out, it's gonna be something that people will make fun of him, fun of they would make fun of him because of it. So, anyways, he does sit behind this girl called Kotoko, and is basically one of those ghetto girls, the ones that like have blonde hair, usually tan. They're really pretty, but they're like very into like the Americanized style. She and him have like an ongoing relationship where she kind of like she wants to know more about him and the anime itself, and she's very bubbly with him. She's very like let me know more about it, right? In fact, a lot through the episode, um, we see that over and over again happening. um, the other female character, who is uh, her best friend, I guess, is Amane, and Amane is essentially kind of like the smart, perfect girl that everyone wants to be with as well. Now she also has a secret, which is that she likes the same anime. Now, throughout the whole first episode, she tries to hide it from Takuya, but Takuya like slowly is figuring out like, wait, no, she does like it, right? And her excuse is that her little sister likes it. And he's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But he's like, wait, but you know very specific things. Like, for example, at the beginning of the episode, he talks about a certain character that comes out in episode 4, and she goes, no, he comes out in episode 2. That's when he first comes out. And he's like, what? And after the conversation, he goes to the restroom and he's like watching episode 2 and finds him in the background, and he's like, wait, only like a true person that's like fan of it would know stuff like that. So at other instance of the episode, like towards the end of the episode, she's talking to her friends and she almost mentions the name of the anime, but then changes it slightly different. And she catches on. He's like, wait, it sounded like she was about to say the anime, but then said something else. Hmm. So, so anyways, um, there's their relationship there. Now, I don't know the romance itself, who is gonna be like, if it's gonna be just like a trio, or if it's gonna be something that they actually like. It's only actually one girl that likes him, but it does look like the blonde girl is more of like a love interest, whereas Amane is more of that one friend that he's always wanted to have. Now, this is where it compares to I made friends with the second prettiest girl in my class, because in that series, he makes friends with the second girl, right? Now, in that series, the main character is in love with the second girl, and or not in love, but they do have a relationship, I guess, with them themselves. And this one, even though that she's also a big part of the anime, I think he's probably going to be in a romance with the first one, who kind of mocks him a lot, but also like it's in a very playful way. She like at one point he forgot his reading book, and he takes out his math book, and she notices it, and she throws herself under the bus. She says, "Teacher, I forgot my book. Can I share it with him, or can I share his book with with me?" That way, blah blah blah. And so she makes herself look like a oops, I forgot it type of girl, and covers for him. So that's kind of like a positive thing, I guess. Relationship building up, and she tells him later, like, you've helped me a lot with other things, so this is kind of payback, right? And yeah, in a nutshell, I like it. The romance behind it is not too much in your face. The comedy is ongoing. Um, I do hope they add more characters. I'm looking here at their list of characters, and it's not a heavy list. Like, there's about seven characters that are like that make most of the series, at least right now. Um, but hopefully they add more. I don't know. I don't really know if it's just going to be like these seven characters, which again, that's not a bad thing. But when it's kind of a rom com like this, where there's not a lot that changes through episode, it's nice to just see kind of a new character here and there. So there's 12 volumes in the manga, so they could easily do second, third season if they wanted to, or just condense everything into this first season, which I think would be a shame. But yeah, let's see what happens with this one. For now, I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10 because it caught me by surprise. So go check it out, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.